Let's just go out there and see if Slinky will come out. I want to make sure Slinky has no interest in him and can't hurt him. Hey buddy boy, come on. Oh God, you are a heavy lizard. Be good to the turtle. Oh. Good morning, everybody. Beautiful day. We're hanging out at the camp, and today we are going to get the radiated tortoises back out into their normal enclosure. But there's some more that I have to show you. Let's go on over to Slinky's enclosure, because we took two of my smaller radiated tortoises and put them in a separate group. You know, I have the group of radiata in Slinky's enclosure. We've done some work to Slinky's enclosure, as you guys know. And what I'm trying to do is have two separate groups, because these guys are my buddies and these in here belong to me. So let's have a look. We have it all locked up. Just got back from a bike race. What an exciting race. Got fourth place. It was a real battle between me and another rider for third, and it was awesome, but unfortunately I couldn't fight him off at the end, but it was still fun. Anyhow, here we are, and there's one of our radiateds. That's one of the original Florida aquarium critters. We also have another one there, but there are two females. So we now have 2.3 radiated tortoises in here, which means 2 males and 3 females. Very, very excited about this habitat. We've been doing a lot of work to it. It's looking amazing. Look at how clear the aquascape ecosystem pond is. We are going to get some turtles in here. We need some larger turtles so that Slinky won't mess with them. But here's one of our gals, one of our younger females. She's just kind of hanging out right here. As it gets a little bit warmer, they'll wake up. Let's see Slinky too. I'm also just back from an event, so hey buddy. I've been gone for a day, so it's awesome to come home and check on everybody and get some work done. There's Slinky. Hi buddy. He's just flattened out. He's off the heat pad, so he must have gotten a little too warm, so he moves off. You always want to give reptiles the ability to move in and out of a different thermal gradient or on or off their heat pad or under their heat lamp. Here's the other female over here. Let's see. Here's the other young gal right here. So these two are now living in here. So since they've eaten all the weeds that they can, I now am supplementing. So they're getting fed a couple times a week here. Because there's no more weeds for them to eat. As you can see, you guys remember what this place used to look like. Holy smokes. Tons of grasses. I have to get in here and weed whack now. Of course, we don't need to do that because we have our little reptilian lawnmowers. But I'm really excited because we do have some interesting turtles coming from Madagascar. In fact, one of them I have here now. So maybe when we go ahead and move the radiateds back outside, we're gonna grab that Rhimnichelys madagascarensis, which is the Madagascar big head turtle, which I'll show you is kind of a Madagascar and Podocnemus turtle. They're kind of related, which is interesting because they're separated by thousands and thousands of miles. The most podocs, or the podocs genus, is actually found in South America, whereas these guys, the Rhimnichelys, is actually found in Madagascar. All right, I've got to get some of the tools out here. We got to get the tractors out, and we got to take our RTV X1130 out so I can move these little guys. So let's go ahead and do that right now. It's a tight squeeze. I like to put everything away, safe and sound. Hold on, it's gonna get loud. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Oh, it's always nice to get the machines ready for the week. We're gonna do some more work perhaps build some more caves, things that I need. Interesting thing happened. I love just telling you guys all the random good stuff that's going on. Let me show you. So check this out. We had the cold weather, right? And one thing I noticed was Rocky, our rock iguana, was in his cave. But if you notice, I didn't realize it wasn't plugged in. His cave was not plugged in. However, oh, I locked this, smart guy. Gotta get the keys. Hold on one second, I gotta get keys. Okay, here we are. Got the keys. And anyway, Rocky was in the cave instead of the heated box. Now, I didn't know that the cave wasn't heated. Now, here's the cool thing. When I actually took temperatures, at 40 degrees, that cave was 65 degrees without any heat. How cool is that? So Rocky's cave, which I don't know where he is. He might be in the box. Oh, there's Rock. Hey, Rock. Hey, yo, Rocky. Anyway, this cave stays nice and warm without heat. So it got me to thinking, I need to build more caves. I need to give these animals more subterranean caves because, number one, it's not gonna affect my electric bill, which is nice. The electric bill is crazy. It's about $1,400 a month. And I'm looking for ways to kind of mitigate that because it's expensive and I don't like using all that power. So if I have the option of having heat in there, so on the certain occasions where I need it, it'll be turned on. However, having subterranean caves that are higher than the water table, they're insulated nicely. That's how these iguanas that live in Florida, the feral iguanas, survive. The ones that survive are digging burrows. So we're gonna be doing that too. That'll be a fun video down the road. And I think it'll really work well for what we need to do. And I'll do the same thing for as many of the animals as I can. More habitat or more caves. A friend of mine, Ron St. Pierre, a very, very respected lizard breeder, actually does that, and he lives about 160 miles north of me. Gets much colder where he lives, and he uses no supplemental heat at all during the winter. And his monitors and everything else do very well. All right. Okay. It's a bit of a tight squeeze in the warehouse, but I love when everything's put away nice, keep everything safe. All right, so what I'm gonna do, friends, is I'm gonna load up these tortoises and we'll get them back out and they'll be very happy about that. So let's get to it. Okay, the kids are back out in the front yard. And as I was mentioning, I really want to do a different type of hide for these guys. Again, we've been using, this box, okay, but I'm using supplemental heat. What I'd like to do is actually come over here because we have sun exposure very early in the morning, and I want to excavate this, sink a cave, okay, but I want to figure out a way that I can have access to the cave, just a way to kind of reach in there if I have to get the tortoises out. So I'm thinking taking some cinder block and making a form, okay, with the block, burying it, of course have paver basement, paver floor, then the cinder block, okay, then an opening that they can walk through with our corrugated material or piping. We'll bury that, but I'd like to have some kind of foam lid. I need to talk to my buddy Stuart at Universal Rock because that would be really cool. If I build the foundation and then measure it and then see if we can get a foam lid. That'll be insulated. I can even throw mulch over that, but it's only if I really need to get in for these tortoises. Or maybe I can fabricate some kind of, with spray foam, I can make a wooden lid and then spray foam it on the top, and I could do that as well. That's what I'm planning on doing. Now, what else did we say we were going to do today? I want to do a little experiment. I want you to meet this Madagascar, the Madagascar bighead turtle. These turtles get very large. At the moment, this guy appears to me to be a good size. We have so many spiders making webs. A good place for spiders to web up and catch some insects. But let's see, here he is. He's going to come over here. He's definitely too big for Slinky to swallow, but I do want to kind of see if Slinky will even mess with him in the water. I'm not sure, but there he is. He's so cool. Now, there are going to be 2 others coming, so we'd have a nice group of them, but I do want some turtles actually living in that enclosure. You'll get close enough here. Look how beautiful the water is, by the way. So crystal clear. Awesome with these biofalls and the skimmer. We're going to get close to this guy. He's going to come over here and eat my finger. I'm using my finger as a lure. He's very friendly, and we got him. Yeah, he's big, guys. But I do want to make sure, let's just go out there and see if Slinky will come out. I want to make sure Slinky has no kind of interest in him and can't hurt him, because he does have those beautiful legs. They will go in that, they will go in his shell, but Slinky can be persistent. But perhaps Slinky is starting to learn that the tortoises are not for eating. So we'll just keep an eye on him. We'll do a little lifeguarding right now. We'll bring Slinky out, see how they interact, see what Slinky does. Now, if Slinky tries to mouth him, I'm not going to worry too much if he's grabbing by the shell, but I don't think we'll have much of a problem. So this is a male, and we will be getting another pair, so it'd be nice to have these guys living in this enclosure. Now, kind of have a little Madagascar enclosure, with the exception of Slinky, but I need to brush up. I'm not sure if there are Nile monitors on Madagascar. It is very close proximity to Africa. I'm not sure. I got to do some research and see if there are any monitor lizards on that island. Anyhow, Slinky, I don't want him to think it's food, but the cool thing is this is a really cool habitat. He'll sunbathe, he'll hang out here. It'd be cool to see a turtle living in this pond, because there are no turtles. There are fish, but no turtles. So I'm digging it. I wonder, we'll put him down here, see what Slinky does. Always an experiment. Hey buddy, would you do me a favor and wake up? What do you think, Slinks? I'm gonna put you guys down for a moment so I can two-hand them. Pick them up with the 2 hands. Hey buddy boy, come on. Oh God, you are a heavy lizard. You are a heavy, big, beautiful lizard, aren't you? Holy smokes, Slinks. Thanks for being such a good boy. Oh, not biting Dad, ever. Oh, God, his claws are so sharp. Here we go. I just want to see the initial interaction. See what's going on here. And then we'll make sure we shut this so he's comfortable. Oh, there you go. What do you see over there, Slinkies? What do you see? Look, Slink, it's a turtle. It's a big turtle. It's a turtle. Be good to the turtle. Oh. Now he may try. Huh? That's good. That's pretty good. So far so good, because I know he cannot eat this turtle. He cannot fit this thing in his mouth. There ain't no way. And he did get a good lick. All right, now it's gonna move, so let's see. It's moving, the turtle's moving. Does that pique Slinky's interest? Not so much. Now Slinky did just wake up, but let's turn this turtle towards the water. He's definitely interested now that it's moving around a bit. But look at how the turtle angles itself. Look at how he's angling his shell there. Just like you'd see sea turtles do with the tiger sharks. They angle their shell, and snapping turtles do the same thing. That shell is a shield, and they know how to use it. So I'm glad that this turtle's actually like knows that Slinky is something that he doesn't want to mess with. But let's see. Slinky's he's being a good boy. I think this is a good sign, friends. That was Slinky reacting to me. Watch this. Yeah, he's definitely gonna try and nuzzle it. Get in that water, buddy. Once he goes in the water, I think we'll be in good shape. I don't think Slinky would try anything. But I do love this turtle, so we are going to babysit for a while and make sure that everything, even if, I know I said I love this turtle, but I love all the turtles. I wouldn't let him eat any turtle. I'm just saying, I'll pay attention. But it is possible that you can have kind of a multi-species exhibit if you just keep an eye on everybody. Look at Slinky. I think Slinky was just interested in the fact that the turtle was moving around. He's always interested in things that move. I woke you up, huh? Took you right out of that warm house. But it's a nice warm day, so you need to get out. Looks like he's gonna go swimming. Water's always warmer than the air this early. All right, bye Slinks. Blowing bubbles, going in the water, not a problem. Well, you're in good shape, kid. Let me show you this. Come here, look at this water. Oh, he's gonna make a bathroom break. Oh, there you go. There you go, that's water. Well, pretty cool. So we've got ourselves our first turtle in Slinky's enclosure. He'll have to get used to it, but he won't be the only one for long. We're gonna have 2 more, and that'll be really cool. Got a little mulch in the water, no problem. All right, little guy. He's in, Slinky's in. I'm just gonna hang out in here for a while and make sure everything's okay. This is part of it when you're trying to create or set up these, like I said, multi-species exhibits. You want to just watch for a while. Make sure you keep everybody well fed also. Slinky is a well-fed monitor, so he doesn't have the desire to kind of go out and do what he would normally do in the wild, which is eat absolutely everything as long as he's completely satiated. That being said, we're just going to keep an eye on the boy. But there is our Madagascar big head turtle in the new pond. I just love seeing life in these enclosures. And we have built such big, beautiful enclosures that they can facilitate more than one animal. And each animal that I put in is providing a function. Of course, the tortoises are keeping the grass grazed. They're maintaining this whole property here, this whole enclosure. Whereas the turtle is going to eat algae, eat some of the carrion that is dead in the water. So that's cool too. They're providing a function as well. Here he is, coming up to take his first breath in his new home. And we're going to get you some friends soon. Don't worry about it. Oh, here's Slinky. Let's see what the Slinks does. He's right there. Slinky seems to be oblivious to the turtle stepping on his head. But that's the proper reaction we want from the turtle. He's protecting himself, so no problem. How cool is that? Some Madagascar turtles in a completely beautiful and enclosed situation. The only downside is if they do lay eggs, it's very possible that Slinky is going to get to those eggs. So I have to be extremely vigilant to see if I can get to those eggs before. But it is still pretty cool that we have Slinky here. Well, there you go, friends. I'll leave you with some underwater footage of the Kellys, the Madagascar bighead turtle, swimming around and exploring his new enclosure with Slinky. And I'll see you guys on another episode. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan. You can help support the channel, so become a patron supporter today. See you guys.